Good morning. Welcome to Southerntimes on EveAfrique News from the depths of the Niger Delta. The major story. UK asks PDP to challenge the faction of Umahi, Ayade and others in court. President Buhari signs petroleum industry bill into law. Ladol scales through compliance and quality audits, retains ISO 9001 certification. In entertainment, comedy overload in hate speech by Nwachi. On the foreign scene, Taliban militants take over Kabul, Afghanistan. I am Michelle Uzokar, and I will be right back with more details. Welcome back. Now, stories in details. River State Governor Nyesom Ezenwo-Wike has urged the People's Democratic Party, PDP, to challenge the defection of party members, starting with Governor David Umahi of Ebonyi State and Governor Ben Ayade of Cross River State, to the All Progressive Congress. The governor stressed that the time has come for the judiciary to make a final pronouncement on the incessant defection of governors and lawmakers from one political party to another, in order to save the country from becoming a one-party state. According to Wike, it is unacceptable for governors and federal and state lawmakers who have been elected on the platform of a particular party to defect to another where there is no division in the previous party that brought them to power. Nigeria's President Muhammadu Buhari on Monday, August 16, 2021, signed the Petroleum Industry Bill into law. Presidential aide Femi Adesina, in a statement, said President Buhari, who was working from home at the time, gave his approval to the bill in his determination to fulfill his constitutional duty. He also said the Petroleum Industry Act provides legal, governance, regulatory and fiscal framework for the Nigerian petroleum industry and the development of host communities and related matters. The ceremonial part of the new legislation was done on Wednesday, 18, 2021, after the days of isolation for the president had ended. However, the president has approved a committee to implement the Petroleum Industry Act, PIA, headed by the Minister of State for Petroleum Resources, Timipri Silva. The president said the relevant ministries, departments, agencies have been tasked to work with Silva towards the successful completion of the implementation process. The primary responsibility of the committee shall be to guide the effective and timely implementation of the PIA in the course of transition to the petroleum industry envisaged in the reform program, and ensure that the new institutions created have the full capability to deliver on their mandate under the new legislation. It is in recognition of the need for collaboration and partnership against the background of the high rate of piracy and kidnapping in the Gulf of Guinea that NIMASA, Nigeria, and the ICC in Yaoundé, Cameroon, on April 26, 2021, announced the creation of a new international framework to tackle headlong a problem that has plagued the West and Central African region for many decades. The framework, known as the Gulf of Guinea Maritime Collaboration Forum, Shared Awareness, Deconfliction, focuses on counter-terrorism and armed robbery by bringing together regional, international, industry and non-governmental organizations partners for the purpose of advancing and coordinating near-term maritime activities. The aim is to work towards having a set of common operational strategy with the objective of protecting seafarers and ships operating off West and Central Africa. Lagos Deep Offshore Logistics, Ladol, has retained its International Organization for Standardization ISO 9001-2015 certification after a 3-day audit by leading testing, inspection and certification TIC firm Bureau Veritas. Retaining its certification after the audits, which covered the facilities and services in the zone, Lagos Deep Offshore Logistics has shown it is a leader in quality standards compliance, maintaining its mark as a competitive global player in the maritime oil and gas industry. The ISO 9001:2015 is the world's highest quality accreditation in systems management, specifying the requirements for creation and implementation of management systems to ensure that organizations can consistently provide products and services that meet customers and applicable statutory and regulatory requirements. The ISO 9001 also aims to create a cycle of continuous improvements in standards and quality by taxing organizations that meet the standards to continuously improve their processes to retain their certification. We go on a short break now, and when I come back with more stories.
I be small boy, big force. Small mouth will talk. Body small like container, dream big like pot. I know they fear or zoo. In fact, I get two. The story sound personal, but the matter concern you. How far your dream? Hope you they pursue Jejely, now from club them take the enter dance. I believe your light. You guys believe I'm too. You know get how night take dark. You know fit cover moon. I they see your sweat, and I get one belief. Say the hustle go pay, people go see receipts. So whether you day your feast or they run out for streets, no shaking with your side, your heritage legit. Them say you not fit. Who them? Tell them make them chill. Burger no fit tell a bar, banga soup they be. Hustle to the future green. It dead in Niger blood. Warriors fit give anything, but warriors know they give up at all. Heritage Bank, your timeless wealth partner.
Welcome back. With less than 4 weeks to go, London International Shipping Week 2021 is steaming ahead to what is going to be the first major in-person maritime industry event in a long while. Starting on the 13th to 17th September, LISW 21 will feature significant in-person events, meeting and social gatherings backed up by a state-of-the-art portal facility which will enable thousands more delegates to join in virtually. Organized with the full backing of the UK government, industry leaders and prominent international maritime associations, LICW 21 will explore the overarching theme of driving growth and recovery in a disrupted world, particularly relevant as international trade plans its journey out of the pandemic, adjusts to the UK's Brexit earlier this year, and prepares to meet international environmental targets. Comedy specials are one of the most difficult shows to put together. It takes skills, control, and creativity to keep a crowd happy or hold their attention for a long time. At the just concluded Mwachi live comedy special, the convener proved that this was achievable. I can boldly say that Hate Speech was the most exciting comedy special I have attended in a long time. There was literally no dull moment as the performing acts all brought their A game. The most ridiculously funny part of the event was the special performance by Ace the Magician. The highlight of the event was the 1-hour performance of the convener, Mwachi Gisrael, as reports from the crowd showed that he had finally proven and secured his spot as one of the most intelligent creatives in Rivers State, as his performance was said to be the best so far.
How you go think 9 months and 7 days, all if you remember na evidence. What did they give evidence? Na place.
As expected, he redefined hate speech and came at it from a different angle. I must confess that all jokes performed were super intelligent and creative. Some of us had to think and rethink to comprehend. Mwachi Gisrael delivered as promised. hate speech was a success. Moving on to sports, Nigeria's Super Falcons will battle Morocco ladies at the maiden edition of Aisha Buhari Invitational Women's Football Tournament, scheduled to hold in Lagos, Nigeria in September. The Director General of the Lagos State Sports Commission, Mr. Toyin Gafar Bolowotan, assured that the Lagos State government, through the Lagos State Sports Commission, will offer all the necessary support to enable a hit-free tournament, as completion work is at high speed at the Mobolaji Johnson Arena, Onikon, and renovation work is apace at the Agege Stadium. He added that the Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu administration is gingered up to support sports development projects and has recently embarked on the construction of 11 more stadia across the state. On the foreign scene, the Taliban militants have taken over Kabul, Afghanistan, by just strolling into the marbled halls of Afghanistan's presidential palace unopposed, dusty boots and sandals, treading gingerly on the fine carpets. With their beards and capes and an AK-47 on the table, they took up a somber pose at the desk of Ashraf Ghani, the departed president. However, the Islamist victors claim to have changed since they ran the country 20 years ago. Few do not believe them and are desperate to leave the country. Meanwhile, a WhatsApp spokesman said on Tuesday via email that they are obligated to adhere to the U.S. sanction laws, which includes banning accounts that appear to represent themselves as official accounts of the Taliban, and they are seeking more information from relevant U.S. authorities given the evolving situation in Afghanistan. Also, the Taliban militants have vowed to respect women's rights and forgive those who resisted them and ensure a secure Afghanistan, with the intentions of convincing world powers and fearful populations that they have changed. That is all on the news this morning. Before I go, a recap of the headlines. Wike asks PDP to challenge the faction of Umahi, Ayade and others in court. President Buhari signs petroleum industry bill into law. Ladol Skills through compliance and quality audits retains ISO 9001 certification. In entertainment, comedy overload in hate speech by Nwachi. On the foreign scene, Taliban militants take over Kabul, Afghanistan. Let us commit to actualize peace and development across the Niger Delta. Follow our social media platforms showing on your screen for trending and recent happenings in the Niger Delta and beyond. I am Michelle Uzokar. Thank you for watching.